What was the scene like back in '02? Because there was no glamour, there was no Hollywood television shows.
It goes back further than that. My teacher, Henzo Gracie, came to America in 1995-96. And you got to remember that outside of people pretty heavily involved in martial arts, no one knew what Jiu-Jitsu was. Like I grew up in New Zealand. I did martial arts as a teenager, loved it.
What kind of martial arts?
All striking martial arts, mostly boxing and Muay Thai.
Okay.
And the idea that grappling could be an effective fighting style was just not even a consideration. It was, we didn't even have wrestling in New Zealand, and wrestling was something I would see every 4 years at the Olympics, and people look at that, what the hell are these guys doing? That's just gay as hell.
The singlets.
Yeah, it's like, this is crazy. And just turn the channel, wait till a real sport came on, like decathlon or something like that. And
it's also not manly to fight down that way.
It was all stand.
Zealand,
Yeah.
stand
If
back.
someone went down, they stood up and you fought again.
Very Queensberry.
And, and it was all Marquis of Queensberry. And there was judo, but judo was not a strong martial art in New Zealand at all. And it was always seen as like a sport that wouldn't work in a fight. Judo guy grabbed you, just knock him out, it'd be easy. And so there was this very dismissive attitude that ran not just in New Zealand, but I believe across pretty much most of the world, that when it came to fighting, it was all about striking. Like when I grew up in the 80s, there was no doubt whatsoever that the greatest fighter in the world was Mike Tyson. Okay, when someone asked you, who's the best fighter in the world? Easy, Mike Tyson, because he was a striker. If someone had told you that there were a group of dudes living in Brazil somewhere who would have a pretty good chance of beating him, and in a way which might be kind of embarrassing for even Mike Tyson, you would have just laughed. Were they going to tackle him, hold him down? Are you kidding me? I would have laughed at you. And when I first came to America working as a bouncer, I started working with wrestlers and judo players. They weren't all wrestlers and judo players, but some of them were. And I noticed very quickly that they were extremely effective in fighting. And this was a big shock to me. I was like, man, these guys are good.
They can control the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. We had to, hit people, and the cops would come in, people would be bleeding, and, my hands would be busted. I had to go and teach at Columbia with broken hands. It's crazy.